Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my... Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this old merry dominion, but I don't see how interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this.
Strike us down, but the veiled inheritance will always rise again.
Something you needed?
Zazi is finished with this village. Now you are negotiating with a forest spirit who calls himself a king? With all those floating leaves, Azazi, by the light of John and Jod. This is the craziest thing ever seen.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his dark. The veiled inheritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore.
How can a forest spirit be a king?
We have much need of someone like you, Ananias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosma.
The Bosma in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosma mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Ananias is associated with the Veiled Inheritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. Like the branches of a grot oak, I believe that Ananias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. Yes, traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage.
Am I hallucinating?
Careful! We're headed into troublesome territory.
Deep in dark Naturdance, I found Hervé. Come forth and destroy. May your soul burn.
Mother Morrowind has her eye on me.
My brother was stationed at First Hold. Thank you.
Get back, you fetcher!
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story. Yes, of course. I have been... You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. Inside the story, you must... Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I... Yes, the story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first... Ask nicely. Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace. Imagine... Have a seat by the fire, and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast... Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Summer. Now picture an island. Trees around the island. One of those two Ultmas stands outside the manor on this island.
Так.
The island of Silitar.
Можно всего понабрать, но надо подписывать.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have... That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree. Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one I can trust. Bramblebridge? You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw. They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and... You don't know what this means to me. Now, what will we do first? I know. Not bad. You're pretty fast. Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and... I'm sorry, it just... happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in... over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps.
Так, где они есть? Блин.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Привет, привет. Так. Привет, привет. За что тебе стыдно?
That'll show them. No one attacks my island. What have they done to my farm? Why would they? Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. I'm sorry. After my parents left... No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything.
Come, I must speak with you once more.
Подумаешь.
In her tale, Aranias was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by... You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Aranias' past. She was a bit younger, and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready?
Ты вскоре все увидишь сам. Я готов. Так. Что надо-то?
Why are your clothes all wet?
Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
Блин,
The
какой
ground is
бесит
soaked.
всё.
I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? Ara, what do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks. None of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the lighthouse, the other in the manor's great hall. No, the greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch those scenes. You'll find a change of clothes in the guest bedroom off
Так.
I'm sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind. How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just, you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
You look good. How do you feel? There are so many people. And look, it's hesitant. I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me. You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again.
Onder has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
Under demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Under could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
Her parents did right to come to me. Only I can help the poor thing.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosmer were. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
They took my wife. They will give her to the witch, the Rock Witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
You killed Ander? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veil... I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. In the garden. She's been commanded to kill the wife of this Bosma. You should hurry to her. She faced this alone last time.
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm.
Please.
Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good. Good.
Nobody cares at
Now
all.
tear this animal apart.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the What about the Bosma who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission? If I refuse to kill this Bosma, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rock Witch of Silitar. You're here with me now. But what about later? No, that's not it. I am stronger than this. I won't murder an innocent... No, I won't do it!
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you made quite an impression on Aranias. As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King. Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Ander forced their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost... My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Valenwood. Aranias... I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the responsibility.
Used to fight this much until I met you. Getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Quickly, Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valenwood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. She's afraid to stand up to Onda. Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias. My hold over the creatures of the Valenwood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
It's you. From Silitar. My friend. Thank the Eight. You were right about the Veiled Heritance, I'm sure now. I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. He's gone ahead. I can travel through the route. I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Coming for us.
You lead.
Burn out!
Don't panic! We can do this!
Be no end to these interruptions!
Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and... Yes, for centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the earth. She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but...
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small... I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely. Well, yes. It means that once I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my previous life, my home, my youth. No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I embrace you in my heart. Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Everything is so... very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to... I know why you originally came here. To ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Aldmeri Dominion. To know the Valenwood was on your side. And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me. It's the Veiled Heritans. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Magnus. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhearth, to the west. I will open a portal.
The story of the Wilder King has come to an end, and the story of the Wilder Queen has begun. Few Bosmer realize how fragile their relationship. Over time, yes. The myriad of sensations. Unfortunately, no.
Wait.
No good comes from the Wood Orcs. Never forget Velen Harbor.
Just don't expect me to bail you out.
Please, don't eat me.
Don't let that ugly skeever get away.
I can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's...
The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood.
Razumdar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems, who can be certain? I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship, and he was unwilling to share his suspicions with me. Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark.
Will you hold still? This illusion requires precision, which I cannot achieve with your tail constantly...
The Stalmore mage will drive Razumdar mad. Stand here, hold this, everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. We must find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritage. This we do not know yet. But Razumdar has devised the perfect way to flush these... No, Razumdar will be the queen instead. If this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so this one would ask a favor.
So you're the one who's going to accompany the cat on this square-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion. So you'd think. But we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. No, we've gone to great pains to keep Razumdar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Eren is really here. There have been rumors of... Yes. Mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work. The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the... Ha! The cat didn't tell you, did he? As soon as Xanadu gets the spell...
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double-check, yes?
There were no miscalculations, I assure you.
Raz looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Irene... A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Tree Thane, then? You understand? Yes. There we will find out the truth about this Thal.
Crunch.
Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch her back. Asteril, is that you?
Yes. Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vice-Reeve Peladil sends his regards. You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Well, that hurt. Raz will be fine. A few burns will not kill this one. But for the moment, he thinks you should press on alone. She used some kind of magic to escape, but it was not a portal.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
So the girl failed to
move now!
No matter.
Healers!
Changes nothing.
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Asteril? Were you able to quit? Dark moons. If Asteril got away, we will have to track her down. And some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman. Possibly. If they can...
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home. I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
This is the Thalmor head.
If what Razandar says is true, the city of Woodhearth owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's... Damn! This proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something... There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astral seems strange, and... Well, if she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at... Even if Astral's fled the city... Not much, really. I heard he just followed Prince Naaman.
This is preposterous. Astral has risked her life for the Dominion more times than I can count. You must understand, one doesn't become a Thalmor agent until the... This is Thalmor business, and I am going to the Thalmor residence to confront Astral myself. You are welcome.
I traveled Tamriel.
You see? It's clear that Astral has been dead for some time. so she cannot have been the one you saw in the Imperial tunnels. I told her death troubles me greatly, but the integrity of the Thalmor is of greater... Undoubtedly, it was the same person that assumed her likeness and attempted to assassinate the
Do we
Queen.
have anything to cook?
There could be some useful evidence down here. Let us look closely before moving on. Astaril had a sister? A twin, perhaps? That would explain much. Raz suspects these tunnels will reveal the rest.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers. All right, let's ride the mummy.
Go around!
Do you want to brag about that, or should I?
Perfect. My favorite people. The very faces of my failure. Funny you should ask. I was wondering the same thing. Planning? Oh, he's well... Of course not. They're just one prong of the mighty trident with which Peladil will smite the Dominion. He signed a treaty with the Malma, and with us... It's simple enough. The Sea Elves have always coveted these shores. If you mean elsewhere? Far as I know, Peladil doesn't even care. Irene is a false queen. And the Aldmeri Dominion is a pathetic joke. Nothing can change that. Having her as a twin was torture. While she climbed... It's simple enough. You mean elsewhere? Far as I know, Peladil doesn't... Irene is a false queen. And the Aldmeri Dominion is... Having her as a twin was torture. Planning? Of course not. They're just one Of course. Who better to lead an undead army than an undead prince? Peladil says he's under no illusions about that fact. But he still gets rather glossy-eyed. Just leave me to die. It's too late. He can't be stopped.
Razumdar explained how we were fooled by Laurel. Damn. Honestly, I rather hoped he misheard. I suppose that's rarely the case. You should get to Seaside I'll send anyone I can spare, but the city comes first. There is...